The title of your book is a little unusual. You use the word, I hope I say it right, uncomparable.
Right. So when I was thinking about, what is the topic of this book, the common word that everyone uses is incomparable. And I think a lot of financial advisors think about themselves as being incomparable, which means to be good, so good at something that it's beyond comparison. The thing is like to be good at something, it's very it's fluffy, right? It's not a very tangible thing that you can judge people on. And what I wanted to communicate was like, it's not so you don't want to just be the best or better than somebody else. You want to be completely different.
So what you're saying is, for a lot of us, we're kind of looking at the problem upside down, right?
Yes.
We're starting with the tactics and we're asking our buddy, hey, did you use this tool or that tactic? Did it work for you? But we're not talking about the other parts. Like, well, how did you use it? What was your strategy? And how did you implement that tool as part of a larger strategy?
Right. So, for example, in my book, I talk about one very specific advisor who was using Facebook groups and Facebook ads to reach his target ideal niche, which was traveling nurses. Well, some people could read that and be like, oh, I should be on Facebook and doing ads and groups. But if you're working with, let's say, high level business owners, they're not necessarily on Facebook. And so that tactic doesn't work for them. And that's the problem, is not thinking about what is the overall strategy for this particular audience. And you can't just do what everyone else is doing, because that just won't work.
So how do you get advisors past some of that initial reluctance or hesitancy?
A lot of people are afraid because they think they're going to be turning away business, and nobody wants to do that. Or they're afraid that people won't refer to them because all of a sudden they have this new focus. And when someone is just starting with a niche, I tell them this, this is just your strategy for marketing going forward. That doesn't mean you have to stop working with the clients that you currently work with. It doesn't mean that you have to stop taking referrals. If you get random requests on your website, you can still work with those people. But this gives your proactive marketing direction.
I just don't know how to pick my niche. Like, it might feel like information overload on the different possibilities. What are some strategies people can use to help them select a niche that's right for them?
Mm-hmm. So I usually have them brainstorm 3 different areas. The first one is I start with passion. Then I have them look at their aptitude. And then I have them brainstorm what are all the potential clients that can pay their fees. And that doesn't necessarily mean just straight AUM. I mostly work with RAs. So a lot of them are AUM, but I'm seeing more and more advisors become more creative with their pricing strategy, their fee structure, to be able to accommodate niches that maybe don't have the assets yet, but they definitely have the income to be able to pay their fees.
And you call your plan the 3-year plan. So everyone else out there promising short-term results, you're telling me it takes 3 years. I appreciate the honesty, but why does it take so darn long? Why does it take 3 years?
Yeah, I would say anyone who has started their own business, whether it's an actual business or it's just their book of business, will understand that it takes a while to get momentum. The reason is it just takes people a while to get to know you, like you, and to trust you. And there's no way to speed that up.
All right, kind of one final concept from the book that I thought was really interesting is you said, think ecosystem, not funnel. So I know a lot of times in marketing, we think of a funnel is our analogy, right? They start at the top, there's a bunch of people, and they slowly whittle down. What do you mean when you say think ecosystem versus think funnel?
Right. So this is one of the common things that I've heard advisors want, is they want a marketing funnel, which is they can somehow insert a prospect into the top of the funnel. So maybe they do like a Facebook ad. And then from there, from the Facebook ad, they go to download an ebook, let's say. And then from there, they get a series of drip emails, they schedule an appointment, and they become a client.
Very linear, right?
Very linear.
Very linear.
And it happens like that, right? It's just not the way it works. This industry, if you think about it, if you have a client for 20 years and they have $1 million, I'm not doing the math exactly right, but that's like a $200,000 commitment over their lifetime. It takes a lot of trust for them to do that. And so they need to see you in different places and different methods, and maybe it's over a period of years and not just, weeks. And so, one of the things about a niche is that you become a part of that niche community. And so it's easier to spread word of mouth about what you're doing. And so, sure, maybe they downloaded that ebook and they get your emails, but now they went to an event and you're speaking at that event and your credibility just went up with them. And maybe you've linked in with them and they're seeing all of your posts over a period of years, and they're starting to get to know you that way. So it's really being in all the places that they are. And that's what I talk about ecosystem. It's just all these different aspects instead of just a linear funnel.
Awesome. Kristen, thank you for sharing your wisdom with us today. If someone wants to get a copy of the book or connect with you, what's the best way?
Yeah. So the book is available on all major online retail platforms and ebook platforms as well. If you want a free copy, you can go to the website onniche.com and you can request a free copy there. And the best way to connect on social media would be LinkedIn, Kristen Luke. Search that.
Awesome. All right, Kristen, thank you so much.
Thanks, Jeff.